Right, man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
All right, man. Ryan Garcia says that after you get done with Tank, that Devin Haney is next on the hit list. Now, if I wouldn't, I guess him and Devin can fight at 140. I know Devin is suspected. I mean, it's rumors that Devin was going back to the zone. So maybe he take the championship belts with him. Him and Ryan fight for undisputed. But you know, Devin got to get past Lomachenko. That's not easy, and Ryan got to get past Gervonta Davis, which most people don't believe he gonna get past Gervonta Davis. Okay, so but if that's the case, I mean that make a lot of sense. You know, Devin now got a lot of something that Ryan Garcia want. Ryan Garcia probably could cut down to 135, and that's a big fight. That's a big fight. For the zone especially. That's a really, really big fight for them. So, just thinking about it, excuse me, quite frankly, I mean, that could be the game plan. And run off with the belts and make that fight, then move up. You know, I'm pretty sure he planned on going back to Eddie. You know, pretty sure that's the case. So, I mean, Ryan Garcia shut a lot of people up, beat Tank Davis, beat Devin Haney. Won't be nothing else to say. At that point, I think he a full-fledged superstar in boxing. In my opinion. I don't think it's shit you can tell him. I don't think it's nothing that you can tell Ryan Garcia at that point. And for Devin Haney, if he able to, you know, get past Loma, get past Ryan. I mean, it's just hard to become a boxing superstar on the zone, because not many people know what it is, and they marketing the way they market their fights. It's just the way they market their fights. It ain't like. They don't do a good job of marketing their app, and they don't do a good job of marketing their fights. And then when you do look at the customary fights over there, the fights they put on, it has no appeal when it comes to American fans at all. Nobody care about the UK putting on all the fights they putting on from the UK. Don't nobody care about that. So they gotta find more. A better way to have more to market to Americans, and they got to find a more American friendly fights, bro. You know, so but them fights, I mean, that's huge for Ryan Garcia, man. If he can get past all of that, that's huge for him. You know, that's huge for Devin Haney too. You know, if Haney beat him, maybe you spin the block and fight. You still fight Shakur. You spin the block, you still fight. You know, Gervonta Davis, and that's what Great Ayers did. Even if you lost to him, don't mean you can't. Even though if he beat him, don't mean you could beat him, or he lost to him, don't mean that he still can't whoop your ass. So yeah, that's what boxing is about. The triangle theory don't really work in boxing too. You know, a lot of the time. So I mean, they all could still fight each other. You know, I hear De La Hoya said Tank and Ryan can fight multiple times. You know? So, but, you know, if Tank beat Ryan Garcia, I mean, you know, is he going to try to fight Shakur? He going to try to fight Devin Haney or what? You know, but, you know, to me, if he loses to Ryan Garcia, it's going to be hard to continue his career path. Because the expectations for him is to smoke Ryan Garcia ass. That's the expectation. Not saying Ryan Garcia shouldn't win no rounds or couldn't win, but I think a lot of people expect him to smoke Ryan Garcia and knock him out. And I think he expect that from himself, but if he don't, and Devin Haney, you know, he beat Tank and, you know, ain't no rematch, and Devin Haney coming to the fold, it's big for Ryan Garcia. Humongous. Garcia trying to get it moving now. He trying to get the needle moving. You know, the other boy needs stars. Is Canelo Alvarez don't afford them time to move like molasses. They don't afford them that. They don't. So, but you know, as far as the fight goes, you know, it's a totally different fight than fighting Gervonta Davis. I think I know they fought each other in the amateurs, Haney and Garcia. With Gervonta, you know, he's shorter, compact, power. And with Devin Haney is kind of the more, I mean, Tank Davis can hit and don't get hit too. But with Devin Haney bring more the aspect of historically Hispanic fighters don't like the slick black fighter that stick and move. And that's really and that's what I expect kind of Tank to do, is to make Ryan pick up his feet. And for me, to beat somebody like Tank and beat somebody like Devin Haney, he need to be able to utilize his jab. And his footwork gonna have to be a lot better. He can't just count on hand speed. You know what I'm saying? You can't just count on hand speed. His defense not good enough. So, and maybe he might show something he hasn't showed before, more foot speed, a consistent jab. But he gonna need a jab to beat neither one of them, especially if you fighting a shorter man. You know, you're gonna need that jab. You're gonna need that jab. Especially when you're fighting a shorter guy. He gotta make Tank think about something coming in. And then you fighting a southpaw too, you can line that right hand right on up. That right hand might be a little bit more crucial for him versus Tank than the left hook. Once you think about it, that right hand might be a little bit more critical. You know? So, that's what I'm kind of saying, dude. Like, he might want to really kind of think about his strategy going into that fight. Cause he's gonna be looking for that left hook. Why not, you know, come out with a nice consistent jab and look to throw the straight right hand. And then let Tank be so worried about the left hook. And when the right hand and the jab start having success, then you drop that left hook in there. But with Haney, it'll be about, can he catch Haney? And Haney is, you know, big as long reach rangier as he is, you know, his footwork really gonna get exposed there. So it's really about, can he catch Haney? You know, and what Tank Davis is, you know, Tank gonna have to come to him. With Haney can't do that, but Haney is gonna use angles, feints, in and out, slippery do da. And with Tank gonna have to walk in and come in and take a chance. Haney rangy enough to be able to stick and get out of there. So they both present different challenges. So, but you know, which one is harder for him? They both tough fights. So, obviously people just talk about the power so much. The one thing about boxing that I think that's more fearful than power is when you can't hit somebody. You know, when you got a problem with hitting somebody and touching them, then I think you have an issue. And that's kind of what come into play with Ryan Garcia and with Devin Haney. And he can't come and play into Tank, but Tank got to come to him. Tank got to take a chance of going to the Lions Den. So, but if Ryan can do that, you know, then, you know, he definitely gonna go on that pound for pound list. And the question is, what do you do after that? You know, he conquer 140, do he retire? You never know. You know, but I think the pickings is slim for him to beat Tank. I think Tank knows that he can't lose this fight or it's over. So, but his speed, his power, I ain't gonna overlook that. Tank got power, Tank got speed. And one thing Tank showed versus Rolly, you know, is that I get hit with some shit. I know how to get out the way. But Ryan Garcia, what happened when he get hit? When he get hurt? Do we know how to, you know, keep yourself together? And that's what happened when you don't move up the ranks the right way. You know what I'm saying? When you don't move up the ranks the right way, you want to just jump to a certain level, and you don't go through the proper growth as a boxer. You know, you miss out on some of those things. So I hope some of them things they worked on in the gym. But one thing I ain't like about the Tago fight, the Fortuna fight, I didn't put stock into. Fortuna looked bad. It was a cherry pick. He didn't use his jab, bro. And that's one thing he better be working on. That jab and that straight right hand is gonna be his number 1 and number 2 weapons. Fighting the southpaw and the shorter guy. So, but we'll see if he fight Devin Haney. I mean, I think if you fight Tank, you got to keep the momentum going. You can't go back and fighting Gestas and guys like that. So, let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance to get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Financially, want to support the channel? Cash App, $CJGood313, Venmo CJGood313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree. Find me on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, all 9. Check out the box notes playlist for more videos like this. Peace.